Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to continue the properties of logarithms. Okay, so in the last video I teach you property number one. So today then after that I taught you about number line representation. Now today we are going to learn about property number two. Okay, so yeah, what does property? Keep the heading property number two, and what does property number two say? If log a log a to the base b equals c, then it implies, suppose if log a to the base b is equals to c, we can also write it as a is equals to b to the power c. Okay, you can also write it as a is equals to b to the power c, that is log a to the base b, then b goes here and b's power c, that is actually the what logarithm is meant. No, I told you in the first video that what does this logarithm mean, that what should be, what power of b should be, sorry, what should be the power of b, so that it will convert into a. That is what we are writing it here. That's the same answer we are writing it here. A is equals to b power c. Okay, so suppose this is the equation. This is basically the equation written with log present here, and here log is removed. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Property 2 is that much only. So now let's jump into some examples. Okay, first example, solve log x to the base 7 is equals to 2. So how would you write this as? I hope you paused the video and wrote this answer, wrote answers to this question. So if you write the answer as x is equals to 2's power 7, then I would like to tell you that you're completely wrong. Okay. Now the question, if you didn't write this, then it's well and good. But if you wrote this, then you are completely wrong. Why? Why you're completely wrong? Because b is power c compared to the property here actually, where a is equal to x, b is equals to 7, and c is equals to 2. So if you put 2's power 7, it will become c power b. Okay, so actually according to the property here, the answer is a is equals to b's power c. So b to the power c. So then the answer should come as x is equals to 7's power 2. This is actually the correct answer. Okay, this is the correct answer. So what is the value of x here? 7 square is 49, so x is equals to 49. Okay, so this example was simple. So let's try to do another example. Okay, what is the question for the next example? Example is log 81 upon 20, sorry, log 81 to the base 27 is equals to x. So comparing with the property, you get as 81 is equals to 27 power x. So as you know that 81 is actually 3 times 4. So if you multiply 3 4 times, then you get answer is 81. That is 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, 27 3s are 81. And whereas 27 is 3 cube. I hope you know this. It's simple maths. So I would like to write 81 as 3's power 4, 3 to the power 4, and 27 as 3 to 3 cube. So since in the power of 27 there is already x present, so if you write this as 3's power 3, then already x is there in the power, you need to multiply with it, so you'll get 3's power 3x. So according to exponents, that is the powers. So when bases are equal, you can compare the powers. When bases are equal, you can compare the powers. If you don't know this property, then you can make a note beside this and write it. So when bases are equal, you can compare the power. So 4 is equals to 3x. So x is equals to 4 by 3. Okay. I hope you understood this question. So moving on to the next question. This is the next question. Okay. Find x satisfying log of x minus 1 to the base 2 is equals to 5. So we need to find what is the value of x. Okay. So yeah, we need to compare, we need to write this, so you need to get the solution for this. So according to the property, we can write this as x minus 1 is equals to, if you think 5 to the power 2, then you're wrong. I am reminding you again. So b to the power c. Okay, so where b is 2. Okay, so 2 to the power 5. If you multiply it to 5 times, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 2s are 32. Okay, so multiply it 5 times, so you will get it as 32. So x minus 1 is equals to 32, therefore x is equals to 33. This is the answer. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you a few points, okay, which it will be used in, which it will be helpful in solving few logarithm questions. Okay, so first point is that log p to the base p is equals to 1. Log p to the base p is equals to 1, where p is not equals to 1, the base, the p which is in base, it's not equals to 1, and p is greater than 0. Okay. Okay, so now next point, second point. I hope you're writing with me. Now log p to the base 1 by p. What is log p to the base 1 by p? It is actually minus 1. You don't need to learn the proofs for this, it's not important, it will not be asked in your exams either. Okay, so third point, log 1 by p to the base p. What is log 1 by p to the base p? So it is also minus 1. Just don't think how it came, just cram it. Actually, I should not say this, but yeah. Fourth one, log 1 to the base p is actually 0, because according to exponents, anything power 0 is equals to 1. So the answer to this question is 0. Okay, now next, rules of power. Rules of power, here power means the one like this. Okay, 2 to the power 5, not the Shaktiman power. Okay. Okay, let's start. Here, first point, a to the power alpha to a to the power beta. These are actually which you learn in 7th class, but if you don't remember, it's no problem, you can learn it here. Okay, so if bases are equal, then you can add the powers. Okay, so a to the power alpha plus beta, this is the answer. Okay, next point, second, a power alpha upon a power beta. So in this case, it's actually when bases are equal and they are in multiplication, then you can add the powers. Here, when both bases are equal, but they are in division, so a to the power, then you need to subtract the powers. Third point. What is that point? It's a dot b whole to the power m. Then you can distribute on each number a to the power m, b to the power m. Fourth point. If a to the power alpha is equals to a to the power beta, if a to the power alpha is equals to a to the power beta, then it implies alpha is equals to beta. This is actually the thing which I showed it here. See, when bases are equal, sorry, not here. Yeah, when bases are equal, then you can compare the powers. That is the same thing we are doing here. When both the bases are equal, then we can compare the powers. Okay, so next, fifth point, the last point. I'll write it here, the fifth point. What does fifth point say? Suppose the question is like a to the power b is equals to c to the power d, then it implies a is equals to c to the power d by b. A is equals to c to the power d by b. Or it can also come as c is equals to a to the power b by d. Okay. I hope you understood all the concepts which I taught you. Okay, so now let's solve one example. Okay, so it looks complicated, this example looks complicated, but it's simple. Okay, so don't get scared, please don't get scared. I'll explain it to you. Okay, so log, first, don't see this, there's a trick to solve this question. Okay, well, the question is given like this, don't see this. Okay, don't get panicked, just see the first this question. Okay, so what is it given? Log 216 to the base 6, log 216 to the base 6. Okay, so as we know that 6 cube is equals to 216, that is 6 into 6 36, 36 into 6 216. So 6 cube is equals to 216. So the answer to this question is 3. So now how do we write? We will write it as log 2 log, since the answer to this question came 3, that is the power, answer to this question is 3. Okay, so we write it as log 3 to the base 9. No, the same goes for here, this question also. So we all know that this question, if you put 9 to the power 1 by 2, then you get the answer as 3. Okay, so 9 to the power 1 by 2 is nothing but root over 9, so that is 3. Okay, so now how do we will write it as log 1 by 2 to the base 2. You all know that 2 inverse is equal to 2 to the power minus 1 is equals to 1 by 2. So the answer to this, so the answer to this whole question is minus 1. Sorry, minus 1 is the answer to this whole question. Yeah, see, that's how simple this example was, but just the face of this question looks scary, but the solution is simple. Okay, so I hope you understood all the concepts which I taught you today. So if you understood, then please do like the video, share the video and subscribe. But if you still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask me in the comment section. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.